Hey y'all, it's Kira, the biggest CEO. This is gonna be our first podcast. This is our guest today. The topic is gonna be about being with an entrepreneur when you don't desire entrepreneurship. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell you guys who he is.
Reggie Thomas, the husband to Zakira Thomas, CEO boss. Um, yeah,
How you not want to know my real name? Why you telling my real name? That's okay. But I'm the CEO. You're not supposed to tell him my real name.
everybody gonna know your name already.
Whatever. You want to tell him how we met?
Um, yeah, you was in a grocery store, and I saw you on ad.
Oh wow. A line in the tail, huh? I guess it.
Yeah, we met on Facebook dating.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook dating. Let's see, I was doing it with Amazon Plex,
Mm-hmm.
with Amazon Plex, and I think you like my profile first. What did I?
You go far.
You like?
You like my profile.
Yeah, because you had your booty on the sink in that picture. You had your booty on the sink in that picture. That was a thirst trap.
That was thirst trap.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
No, think.
Because you had to start liking me after the picture, right?
Yeah, because when we got on the phone, we were on our phone. I was like, she cool to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Then you pulled up on Big Mama.
Don't say it. Don't say.
You pulled up on me.
Don't act like I just was waiting.
You did.
I was working. I was a working man.
And then you got off. You put up on me. Yeah. And then he just been stuck ever since y'all. So when we met, it was 2020.
Yeah, that was November. The end of November. Or yeah,
No, remember?
right before Thanksgiving. Right before Thanksgiving, because remember you did that thing.
Oh yeah, we fed the homeless together. It was Stinky Boy. So yeah, when we met, I was working a work from home job, and I hated it. But he was there every day. Every day he came to see me. He didn't miss a beat. He loved me. And then, yeah, I didn't like him at first, okay? I did not like him. My mom and them was like, Jakira, you need to try a different type of man. I was like, no, I don't like him, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all what made me fall in love with him. So when me and Reggie met, I was pregnant, right, with a son from a prior relationship, and that baby ended up passing away. And when that baby passed away, y'all, Reggie threw like 3 times. Is it 2 or 3 times? I ended up having my C-section in Louisiana. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he's from Dallas, Texas. So I went home to visit my family, and I found out I had to deliver a stillborn. Yeah, I already drove to Louisiana to be there for my surgery. He came back home to go to work, and then he drove back again for my baby funeral or whatever. That's what made me fall in love with him. I found out he really loved me because he was doing all that grabbing. So I was like, yeah, my mama might be right. So oh, if I got the video clip, I'll attach it so y'all can see us at the balloon release. So he was all sweet. Um, then we made it official. We were dating.
You gonna skip over the part where you gave me hell when I came down there?
Yeah, I had a C-section. That boy was hitting bumps and stuff. I had to went off on him. If you a mom and had a C-section, you know how they feel. And he was hitting bumps. And
Hell.
I told his ass, put me out the car. I'm calling my mom to come get me. I was mean that day. I had to apologize. But when was that? That was in March.
March. Yeah, around March. Yep.
Then you proposed to me in April,
May
May. Oh my bad, y'all. You proposed in May. May.
28th.
Oh, you remember the days? Stop playing. He proposed to me on May the 28th. Um.
What?
Yeah, and then we ended up having our son Junior in January 2022. Yeah, so we have a son together, and I have my daughter from a prior relationship. Her name is Riley. But today is April 6th, 2025, so that's how long we've been together. I feel like our life has changed dramatically since then. I was working a 9 to 5, like I told y'all, I hated it. Now I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I run a successful tax business as well as other things. So Reggie has really been there to watch me through everything. He's seen me grow. He's seen me change in many ways. He see my dedication and he see my hustle. But again, y'all, he does not desire entrepreneurship. I'm gonna let him tell y'all what he want to do.
Oh, so law enforcement is something that, always been near dear to my heart. I was a Dallas police officer. And growing up initially, so I don't know if I told you, meteorology. I wanted to be a
Yeah, already did tell me that.
I wanted to be a meteorologist. That was the first thing that was like my first love, I guess, was the weather. I don't know why, but the weather was my first love. And then I got to talking to a Dallas police officer. He came to our school. I forgot his name, but it was called the Let's program, law enforcement teacher training. I don't know. I don't even remember. But he came to talk to us, and I fell in love with law enforcement that day, and I had decided that that's what I want to do. Joined the Army, joined the Dallas Police Department. Long story short, ended up getting arrested behind a vicious inmate.
I love the transparency.
Getting arrested behind. I mean, that's life. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's been through something. And yeah, that's what I've been trying to do ever since is get back in. So no, I don't. I mean, I got my little side hustles I like doing, but I feel like that's a hobby.
Yeah, you don't just see full-time entrepreneurship like me. He said he need that guarantee money, y'all. He don't take risks. And it's so cute, y'all. Our son Junior, he was like, "You're under arrest." Like he was like a police officer. Y'all, it's the cutest thing ever. They warmed my heart.
Yeah, he be chasing Coco around the house. Stop, you're under arrest.
And he pick her up, y'all. Coco is our puppy. She's a toy poodle, but it's funny to see our son like doing what his daddy used to do, what his daddy want to do, and that's like the most adorable thing ever. All right, you ready for these questions? Yeah. I'm a little nervous.
One.
So let me see. I'm gonna ask you first. So the first question is, how do you feel when our work demands a lot of my time and it affects our quality time together?
I mean, it just took some getting used to. At first, how I was. I was like, so you just like go come in the room and get out the phone. I mean, I just at first I felt like he was not giving me any attention. Yeah, forgot about me. So yeah, it took some getting used to.
Yeah, I would literally, because I do taxes, so I'll be up to 3 a.m. doing taxes, and he'll just come in there, "You're not coming to get in the bed." Or I'll be on the phone with my tax friends, "So you're going to be on the phone all night." Yeah, it was so aggravating. Like, wait a minute. He a little better now. He'll just turn over and go to sleep. I guess he know I got to handle my business. But I'm trying to get better with it. I can say one of the biggest things that you have to do in a situation like this is communicate. So he did communicate a lot and let me know like he don't like it. He feel like it pulls me away, like I need to set a schedule for it or whatever the case may be. So I feel like that plays a big part, having a schedule, because I'm not an organized person. I'm just gonna hop up and do whatever I need to do. And I didn't realize how much it was pulling me away from my family to be an entrepreneur. So that's something that I'm working on, because time is money and I need to get the money all the time, y'all. You don't understand that. Ain't that right?
Goodbye, Kira.
Huh? That's not right.
Like kids.
Oh. So the next question is, so like when for example, yesterday, I'm driving home from Louisiana, you seen my stress at its highest peak, right? So if something comes along and it triggers me worse than it would initially, if it's not dealing with my business, how do you deal with those disagreements knowing that I'm upset because it's something that I've encountered in my business?
I mean, I just try to like, not really just take your side, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
You're right or wrong.
100%.
So I just try to get the full story and, either give it to you straight or, empathize with you, depending on if you're right in the situation or wrong in the situation, or, if I feel like another avenue needs to be taken. So.
Do you feel like my problems in my business take a toll on our relationship a lot?
I think at first I did, because that's what caused a lot of arguments at first. So I think at first I did, but then like I said, it really was just taking some getting used to, because I have the type of person to stay quiet. I'm gonna tell you.
I already know, Rich.
Tell you how I feel.
A Gemini for you, huh? A Gemini for you.
The gift and the curse.
Yeah, our attitude's the same. They horrible. I'm telling you.
Yours might be yours.
Now you take it far. I'm a Virgo. Everybody love Virgos.
Yeah, you a Reggie.
That's nowhere. I'll take that. What are some things you don't like about being with me? From me being a business owner or just in general?
Just the time it took away from you. You know, how much your attention that you were giving. Yeah, I get that you was trying to build your business, so that's why I didn't say that all the time. But then sometimes, you know, I'd be like, well, dang, you know, want to watch a movie or something? You know, I don't think it was multiple things I didn't like. I think it was just that was the biggest problem for me was not not showing me attention. And really, I didn't even know. I didn't even know I required that much attention. I thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, super do a thing. But then once we was not giving me the attention, I was like, no, this is my wife. She be talking to me.
How that work? I know you required a lot of attention since I met you. That's one of the first things you told me.
Now you
told me that you was like, you like attention, you like affection. And the very first thing you told me.
knew that and you didn't do it.
It's not easy. I mean, okay, so being that we had to go through that challenge and you know where we are like today, how blessed we are, everything like that. How do you feel about it now? Like, do you feel like it was worth it? Like,
I mean, I think so. Cause the business is prospering. So, you know, you needed, I won't say you needed me to be by your side, but like me stand by your side, I guess. You know, even though you got friends or you got people that you can always go to, but you know, you still ask for my opinion and stuff. You know, and I can give it to you without you feel some type of way about it. So I think we in a better space now when it comes to you doing your thing and we try to do my thing.
to not support you, would you want to do your thing, huh? You gonna tell them what you trying to get into doing? Your hobby?
Oh, auto detailing. Pretty much just detailing as a whole. I'm learning the science behind what it takes to make a car paint shine, and there's a lot of corny stuff, but it's
not corny. It's amazing.
I mean, yeah, I'm learning the science and the whole process on how ceramic coatings work versus how wax sealing work and how sealings work and what's better to clean on a car with, or you know, what's better to clean a car with? Is it soap or is it, you know, a different type of soap there? And what crazy is car washes, well not car washes, car soaps have different chemicals and they give different results. Just like anything, really.
Yeah.
Just like anything.
They should see your Amazon cart, huh?
They don't see.
They should see our front door camera as a
I was paying at least 2,000.
Yeah, he going in. He going ham. Talking about me.
I was spending at least $2,000 on product right now, but I'm practicing on my, like I told you, you think it's she think it's
I say it's a sickness, y'all. Every day he get off work, he's playing a damn truck.
But it's not really. I'm practicing. I'm practicing using the sealants on my truck to see how it comes out, and then I'll use each different type of one and see. I told you earlier which one is the best one, which one doesn't give the best.
So we got 4 cars. Why do you only do it to yours? Why you don't just let 5?
I would do it to you. I would do it to you.
When?
I would do it to you.
You did half my trunk last night.
Because I wanted you to see how well the product worked.
But the other side just dirty. You could have did the whole trunk. I just want to know why you did half.
Because that's how they do it on the, okay, so I'll be stealing some content sometimes. Because that's how some of the big dogs be doing it on Facebook. They'll wax or wash or half the car with the product so that you can see them as well. That's how you sell. That's good marketing. All right, advertise that.
Make it that content up. You know what you're going to name it? You going to tell me you know how to tint windows too?
Yeah, tint windows. No, my TikTok.
You got TikTok? What's the name of your TikTok?
I think it's Chill Out Reggie. I don't even.
You got to change it.
Yeah, that's old school.
You old school?
That's an old school name. That's what they used to say in school. Cause you know I was a little bit of a class clown.
It's like Chill Out Reggie.
Yeah, you like chill out.
Wow.
So like, that's how I came with my Instagram name. That wasn't my first Instagram name. My first Instagram name was any questions. I don't know why, but it was. Oh, I know why. Lil Wayne. It was a Lil Wayne video.
I thought it was Emmanuel Hudson. Him. That's what I thought you was gonna say. Is it Emmanuel Hudson? That's his name.
Who?
Asking all them questions. That's it.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, I thought that's what you was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he done spent 2,000 plus. He got a pressure washer, a vacuum. He got like 60 bottles of banana wax. Yeah, he going in. So we'll see. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna keep y'all updated if he be serious about this. Look, I'm gonna make y'all idea. If he be serious about this, I buy him a van to put all his supplies in and be mobile, so he can come. Yeah, I heard that. So he can come with y'all. Come to you.
And now the carpet between the necks.
Yeah, he go far, but he gonna take it for every time. That's one thing. It depends on you want a carpet. What you gonna do for your carpet?
I'm not sure for you around.
Nah, you been doing that for years. Back
Still nice steak dinner.
we always do that. Paris, here we come. What you talking about?
That's what I would do for it. I gave you.
Nah, you gotta go a little, something you ain't did before, Bookie.
Yeah, to put some water here or something.
I got water in the refrigerator in there. You ain't grab none.
I don't want no cold water. No, I don't like cold.
Yeah, I ain't got that.
Nah,
You thirsty? You parched?
well, look.
I was supposed to have a little wine over there, but Amazon ain't failing their job. They ain't bring my table. So I'm sorry. I keep on warning it, people like you.
Yeah. Because next time your election, you're gonna be behind the camera.
No, you're not. You're not gonna be here. You're gonna be at home with our kids. You just lucky right now because our kids not here.
You're gonna be here.
Then I better record nothing. Have you seen your kids? June gonna be mommy. He gonna be all on the camera.
Like, what's that?
Yeah. He was like, hey y'all. My baby. All right, my next question is, has it ever been a time where you wanted to call things off because my business was consuming you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, for real?
Little face.
Do you remember what the time was, or can you give a scenario?
Oh, I just remember thinking like, this gonna work. Work because she getting way too much time to this. And when tax season ain't even started yet. So.
Besides taxes.
No.
Nah, because at the beginning of tax season, you was tripping. And I'm like, man, I done prepped you for this for months. Like, you been knew about this since August. I can't prep you.
For that. That's just like training for war. Like, we could train all day, but once them real bullets start flying, it's different.
Wow.
You react differently.
I was telling you, babe, I'm letting you know, tax season nearby, this the money. That's when you make the most money. We got to roll. So that means next tax season, I ain't prepping you. You going to be ready next tax season, or you already know the ins and outs? You enjoying the vacation, the Gucci, you enjoying all that? I ain't get no Gucci. Oh, you right. That was me. That was me. You just got a few things. But you going to Vegas. You got a nice balcony for your birthday. Oh, wait, you got a suite, Bookie.
Yeah, it's a suite.
Oh, so you enjoying, you reaping the benefits of it. So do you feel a little better about it?
No, because the time with you doesn't really, that's time and things. I don't care about that.
No, you care about time with me stinking. It's a little better now, though. We in April. Just a lot of drama going on in business. A lot of drama going on in the business, y'all. I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna describe no things. Right before we got here, huh?
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah, it be good though because I do taxes. I'm gonna tell y'all, for y'all watching this, I know y'all watching this. If the IRS send you a check, you still pay your tax preparer, okay? Don't steal from me because he probably a police officer, so I'm gonna press charges on you. And he gonna tell me how to do it, and his friends gonna come get you. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't that right, babe? Let him know. What advice would you give to someone who's in a relationship with an entrepreneur but don't share the same drives, or somebody that's similar to you?
Just communicate how you feel. You gotta talk. Because when you bottle stuff up, what happens when you shake a bottle of soda? It's gonna open it. So you just gotta communicate. You just gotta communicate what the problem is, how you feel, and then you have to talk about a resolution. Because what we learned, over time is, where does the argument go? You know, are we arguing and then we just not talking, or we go argue and then talk about a resolution?
All right.
So, I think it just has to be communication. That's really your communication.
I argue and don't talk. I don't know about them.
I know you.
I don't want to talk to you about nothing else. You go sleep in the living room.
Okay.
And you ain't gonna sleep in the living room now one time. Yeah, he be like, this my bed. I ain't getting up. Told y'all he a Gemini attitude bad.
Yeah, I do worth the money. They don't even know.
Yeah, I know what.
That is right.
I'm an amazing person. I'm so sweet.
You are an amazing person.
I'm a super lazy.
No side to you.
I ain't got no side to me. Why would you telling people something like that? I'm an amazing lady, and I'm very sweet and kind-hearted. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. You just gonna look at me?
What's the next question,
man? Can you talk about the emotional and mental challenges of supporting an entrepreneur?
Emotional and mental?
Yeah.
I think really just keeping you, cause you got a lot of, you've been in and out of like from.
I done crafted, I done sold clothes, I done sold.
Yeah, and then what I told you, I had to try to keep you on. I have to try to keep the drive going for you sometimes, cause you'll be ready to give up. And then I have to tell you, like, you've been came this far. Why would you stop?
Why would you stop?
And then, I used to tell you can't have your hands into it. Now, I mean, it's opinionated, right? My opinion with building a business is build one successful business first, and then you can dip your hands in other pots, because you not only have the money, but you'll probably have the time, because you have people working on your other.
It's on autopilot.
Yeah. So, that's why I used to tell you, I tell you the same thing. Build you one successful business. Yeah. But I mean, just really just being that support system, through the challenges, because like I said, you ain't gonna always have your friends, your spouse is somebody that's gonna be there, or you should expect to be there. So yeah.
What you told me last night, you was like, I'm just happy to see you navigating your way through figuring it out.
I didn't say that, Tom.
That ain't what you said. And you just lied on camera. That is crazy.
I don't might have said that.
That is crazy.
No, yeah, that's what I told you.
Okay, so do you feel like I've like slowed down, like the R&R is established, this the first year I had my team, I went for us financially, so now we're starting with quick drive rentals. Do you feel like this a good time? Like I timed it perfect enough has been poured into the R&R, or do you feel like that's something I'm kind of jumping too fast?
No, I think you're doing it right. You slow it down, because you used to be trying to get that quick money. And I tell you, like, that ain't.
I wasn't a drug dealer though, y'all. That ain't what he's saying, because some of y'all don't.
Yeah, you were selling Percocets. I don't tell him you were selling. No, you weren't selling Percocets. But no, I if he was, I wouldn't have told nobody. I would have told one or two.
But you just told a lot of people gonna see this eventually. Yeah,
but he don't sell Percocets.
Now they ain't gonna think I'm selling Percocets.
I know who do, but I ain't gonna say.
Reggie, you go. Reggie, hush your mouth. Yeah, you don't know what he talking about.
I know who do, but I ain't
Reggie, you go for him. And when they see this, they gonna slap your face. I'm glad you know.
But look, at the end of the day, you've been building your brand one step at a time. And even though you slowed down, your drive hasn't slowed down. So, you always finding a way to make your business better. But that's not thing. I think you're gonna be your job.
Do you feel like you, my husband, you support me, but how do you feel about my friends I keep around me? Like, do you feel like they support my drive, or like, cause we being 100% transparent. Look, all I'm gonna ask is that you don't say no names on.
Oh, I ain't gonna say right.
I don't want no lawsuits, but like, you seen me go through quite a few friends, like, and the different reasons that I've removed them. So I can't shout out Mimi and Keandra, they're my girls. But how do you feel about the friends I surrounded myself with there? Do you feel like they helped me pour into my business? Do you feel like they taken away from my business? Like,
I mean, it's really just who. I think some of your friends that you let out of your life, deserve to be out of your life because they can't go to the next level with you.
They can't walk into this season.
They can't walk to the next season with you. You know, we God-fearing people. We Christians, you know, so, you know, shout out God first, you know, to be the reason that you still going. And God has been exposing the people that
They've been exposing them.
He been exposing the people that need to go to the next level with you, that can, and the ones that can't. And, you know, it happens so fast. The people that need to go, it happens so fast. So that's why I say you covered under God, because the people that need to go and that are exploiting and that are, you know, causing turmoil in life, they go so fast. And the people that are still around, you know, I can't shout out Mimi and Kendra too.
That's my girls.
They're some real friends for real. You know, Mimi does a good job at keeping your drive more too. You know, Kendra also does. You know, I don't hear y'all conversations all the time, but
we pour into each other.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to be. Y'all will meet Keandra and Mimi on different episodes. They probably won't be here together, but they're my girls, man. And my husband has seen me deal with a lot. Like some of my closest friends, like I've been friends with some people for years, and it's been friendships that I had to walk away from. And he was there to console me and make me feel better. And like he said, he gonna tell me the truth. So if I was wrong, he let me know. If they was wrong, he let me know. But it's something I never look back on. And
But you got a good heart, and I told you you have a good heart, but you have to stop giving people so much of the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, you got friends who have shown you. You still have friends who have shown you that they not ready to walk into the next season with you, and you still try to like string them on up a bit, and it's just like they can't go where you going. And I mean, telling you, man, you got a good heart, because I would have been to cut them off.
That's the godly woman in me, though. You know, like you don't want to see the bad in people. You don't want to detach. You feel like you can help them, but like I'm starting to see.
But it's in the Bible. Everybody's not gonna like you.
Yeah,
That's in the Bible.
Everybody don't care. They don't like you.
You're not gonna get along with everybody. That's just how it is. But you have to keep your relationship with God and ask God, okay, God, continue to guide me and show me the people that, you know, need to be in my life, and get rid of the ones that are not. So I think, you know, the friends that you have right now are the people that are supposed to be there. And the friends that are not, unfortunately, you know, that's where they're supposed to be. That's where they're supposed to end up anyway.
Right. Yeah. But I did say that prayer, God, remove people who need me no will. And it started happening. So, I mean, I still pray for y'all. It's still happening Tuesday. But, you have to be intentional when you ask God for anything. And then whatever he brings upon it, you have to be ready for that. So I can't say, like, to any other business owners watching this, you may have people in your circle that you feel like they there for you and they not. But I ask that you pray that prayer. But if you're not ready for what that prayer brings, do not pray it. Because some of the friendships or some of the it can even be family, right? Y'all gonna see they get gone, you're gonna be so hurt. It'll be who you least expected. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm a G. I was hurt for maybe 2 days. And I got over it, But like he said, my friends I have are amazing. My husband is amazing. I'm gonna let y'all meet Riley. That's who really amazing, y'all. She beyond her age, she beyond her years. And that's one of my biggest supporters, my daughter. So I do have another question. So we've dealt with this a couple times. When you see people trying to destroy my character in business or trying to destroy my company's character, or like yesterday with the situation that happened, how does that make you feel?
What's this?
The situation on Facebook?
Oh, I think you handled it really well. You know, you didn't try to get into a screaming match with nobody. You didn't try to, you dropped your receipt and you left, and that's what you gotta do. You don't let nobody tarnish your character, and if they're trying to, I would have did the same thing you did. Dropped those receipts and left. You don't want nobody no explanation.
You're right.
You don't want nobody no explanation. So I think you handled it well.
Thank you, Stinky. Cause I'm not gonna lie though, you played a part in it. Cause I remember you were like, you're a different woman right now than you were. You have a lot to lose. You're a business owner. It's a image on you now, like a bit of what you're trying to build. So the way you would have dragged somebody in the street back in the day, you can't do that now. So, and I'm not gonna lie, that's a hard pill to swallow, but I appreciate you for telling me that because it made me go about it a different way. Because I don't want them to see, oh, the CEO dragging somebody in the street or the CEO, I don't want them to see that. Instead, I just drop these receipts. They there, whatever else you gotta say, you gotta say. Conversation over my point is proven. So I really do appreciate you for that. It meant a lot.
Yeah.
That really meant a lot. But you see how upset it make me too.
Yeah, and the sad reality that you're gonna have to face as a business owner is that ain't the first time and you have to deal with it accordingly each time. And how you deal with it each time is, gonna determine your character. Because, like Donald Trump, if he do something, he the president of the United States, he do something, it's gonna go all on social media. But you think the president of McDonald's, if he do something, it's gonna be all such? Probably not. I don't really care about too much, but who's gonna make media more?
Right.
Right, it's gonna be
That was wrong.
right. So if you in the tax business, and you in this tax world, and it's because you become popular in the tax world, if you do something, everybody in the tax world is gonna know about it. So it's like you have to get mindful of that.
I do though. Like today we was in church, and he was saying about the peace of God, and that's how you know when the Holy Spirit is in you, because you be at peace. And I can say that kind of poked in me today because I don't have that peace. And like the situation that happened yesterday. Oh, shout out to Esty too, y'all. I forgot to shout Esty out. Shout out to Esty. My bad, Esty.
What do you think about?
But
Yeah, about you, man.
but Esty was like, Kira, you should have never responded. Should have never said nothing. And that's just something I gotta learn within myself. But that's with growing as a business. I don't even get these different skills.
I don't think you should have not said nothing. I think you did. I think you handled it exactly how I was supposed to handle it. You dropped your receipts and you didn't say nothing else about it. So even though they had a hard time understanding it.
A very hard time.
A very hard time. But I know what the receipts is there for you to go back and reread. For you to pull back up and say,
She screenshotted and made a video. She just took it to hell. And that's when Esty was like, Kira shouldn't say that. And after I did that, I was like, I shouldn't have been into his eyes. And that's very hard not to defend your brand and your name. Because you're not targeting Jakira. You're targeting my brand that I work hard to build. You know what I'm saying? So that means more to me because this is how I make money. This is how I feed my family. And it's just like, I don't understand the world, the way people brain operate.
See, that's why you got to keep guiding it. Because what I like, what the apostle said today that I really like, he said, if you want to see something die real fast, take
God out of the mirror.
Yeah, he said that. And I was like, man, that's good work, because that's true. Because, I mean, I was a police officer, right?
Yeah.
I was going to church. I was in my Bible. When I met that girl, I stopped praying. I started going to church. I started reading my Bible. Took God out of it and went.
You lost your career.
You died. Your career died. And it's just like, man, that hit for me. And that's why I try to keep you level-headed, because, you might not like me. Not really calling you out, but just saying, hey, what you did. You know what I told you at the church. I was just like, you might not like it, but that's...
You could tell them what I did. Y'all, I needed my carpet for my podcast.
This girl...
So I was doing a
Walmart. Then I said, let me tell him.
Go ahead, but
during the sermon, I looked down at this girl's phone. She doing a Walmart order. I said, Kira, not you doing a Walmart order.
It was not during the sermon.
Yeah, he was still preaching. Yes, he was.
Yeah, we was getting ready to take communion, and we had a little pause.
He wasn't done with his sermon yet. He was still, and I looked at this girl doing, wow.
So we got in the church at the church. He said, you was wrong for doing the Walmart order doing church, right? Well, I'm glad he didn't see I was learning fashion over too. But look, I was listening.
I did.
You did?
I saw
you paid too much attention. You supposed to be paying attention to the apostle.
I was. But see, that's what I'm saying. You a distraction. I'm not to sit in the next row up next time.
No, you're not. You better sit right there.
Taking my attention away from the sermon.
You should have been paying attention to my phone.
You see my phone on Do Not Disturb.
You was texting on that phone.
During what time? When they was
no.
Communion.
So I could be doing it when he doing the sermon, but you was doing it when he was doing communion. You was texting me.
Not the communion. They was passing out the fresh stuff from the
Reggie, you was up there texting.
But he was no longer preaching.
Wow.
I had got the
Yeah, everybody. It's two sides to every story. He is mine and the truth. God know the truth.
I had a lot of was in speech.
God know the truth. But you funny. You sure called me out on it. And it made me mad. I said, look, don't be worried about me. Worry about you. Because I needed my stuff.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Because I don't like I don't like being called out. You know this.
The wicked jump when they
Weird to stop me on. It's funny to be able to joke about that though. But I can say a huge part of our marriage is because of God. Like, you remember when we went to Way of Truth, and that's where we started it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like our
shout out Pastor
High. Shout out to my boy. I feel like that's when our relationships start getting better. You know, that's when our businesses started to prosper and we put God in the middle. Mm-hmm. And we always have been to church, like, since we've been together. And that's another thing that made me love you, because I can share my love for God with you. Like, it's not something where we can't ride together and I can't play gospel music. I gotta play trap music because that's what you like. Like, I can be authentically me. So you see me who I am. Even our kids love God, y'all. Like, it's deep. I'm sorry, y'all. My Apple Watch be going off. That's another thing. I can't even go on a date without mine. How you feel about that? That's a good old question right there.
What?
When we be on dates and my phone be going off, and
you know how I feel about it.
They need to know how you feel.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah. No, I told you, I was like, that's if you can't give me that small amount of time, then it's really no point in us trying to go on dates and spend quality time together. Cause I feel like you can't give me just an hour out of the all hours you done just did today, giving everybody else. You can't give me an hour of your time. That's one thing they used to upset me, is because you couldn't start working. You didn't know how to turn it off, other than going to sleep.
I'm taking a shot. Did I get better at that though? You look like you still mad about that the way you just looked at me.
I am.
It still piss you off.
Yeah, because you really would do that.
It was a habit. It's hard to break. I got better at it now though, right?
Mm.
I'm better at it. Put my phone on do not disturb. Don't say nothing.
Yeah, better at it though.
It takes time, growth.
And fussing.
What fussing gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna do it anyway, huh?
Get my point across.
No, it ain't.
It's there.
What you like? It's the principle. That's what you be saying.
That's how I say.
It's the principle. You're not getting it. That's what you be saying. Right. You want me to get your principle, but you don't be getting my principle.
Next question.
No, ain't no next question. Let's clock that T. What you talking about?
What you mean? I do be getting your principle.
Mm-hmm. Describe what you see as the perfect life for us.
No, me a police officer. You running your successful businesses. I got a little side hustle. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't say mansion. I would just say the house we desire, and the cars we desire.
I want $1 million house. Man, I need a BMW and what the other thing is.
G-Way.
Nah, I don't even want that. Yeah, being a real boss is knowing BMW is better than Mercedes.
Yeah.
It's so sexy. I just don't like Mercedes no more. BMW just cute and it look fast.
That's opinionated though. But
C5
you like style though. You don't care about speed.
Nah, I want to go. That's how I want to be.
Yeah, which would explain why he was driving 98 on the way here.
Nah, I was pissed off. You know that's why. You know the ladies had me mad. That's why I was.
Yeah, she ain't going 98.
Why are you telling people that, like, I can get arrested for that? Can't police get me for that?
No.
Oh, you just spill all the tea. This your first and last time on here. I just want you to know that. But okay, our $1 million house. What's your dream car?
Bentley.
You.
Continental.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Dentega. Whatever it is.
This is Bentley Continental.
Then what else?
So. I don't know. I take a Hellcat, Chan.
I thought they stopped making them things.
Hellcat? Oh, I don't know. I didn't follow with it.
You just tried to get one of them yesterday.
No, I was trying to get an RT.
You an expensive man to be with.
No, I ain't.
Seems that you would like to be with a successful business owner.
I'm really easy to please.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them people what you asked me for.
What?
Tell them what you asked me for. Tell them the whole list, actually.
That's a paint job.
What else?
What else I had?
You asked me for RT.
Oh. You offered that though, Kira.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Ooh,
By the way, I don't have the RT.
why you don't have RT? Because they wanted a ridiculous.
You could have kept looking.
You said you wanted a GMC.
Oh, what?
GMC.
Oh, the Sierra? Yeah, but I'd rather have the RT.
What you gonna do for that RT?
Take you on a nice steak dinner. I'm gonna keep that. I don't know why you up there. I don't
I'm
know.
tired of eating steak. We eat. Yeah, we have not ate since tax season started. You gonna tell them about that? How we ain't ate since tax season started? No home cooked meals.
Yeah, you don't cook.
No, we not like I don't cook at all.
You don't. We got food in our refrigerator that's we gotta throw out.
You're lying. You take it far.
Some of that stuff is probably freezer burned there.
Reggie.
Some of that stuff is probably freezer burned now.
Reggie. So I don't cook.
No. Close your mouth. No slugging in it because
Reggie's still up here lying.
you do not cook.
Reggie's.
The last time you cooked, my love. Noodles don't count.
Reggie, I don't even cook noodles. I don't even eat them. Like February, probably.
Exactly.
No, but you said I don't cook. Don't cook mean don't cook. It's just been a while since I cooked.
All right. I'll give you that, dude.
Because what's your favorite thing that I cook?
Potato sauce. I'd appreciate if you made.
I'm talking about a real meal. That's a snack.
Potato and sauce is not a snack.
It is. It's something that you like me cooking. Chicken tetrazzini. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a busy woman though. I can't cook. I'll buy you some food.
If Kim Kardashian can cook for her, then
Do I care about her?
yeah, man, successful bitch.
Do I care about that lady? Ain't no beating on her. Ain't she just rich? She just rich already. She ain't got to work for it. We still trying to get you run a business. What she do?
She run a clothing line, don't she?
Do she run a clothing line?
Kim Kardashian run a clothing line. I think you do.
Do she? They show y'all I'm not Kim Kardashian. I don't be finding out.
Correct.
But I ain't. She a millionaire already. I ain't dead.
Was it having both somewhere that played Colombian?
What?
What's the actress that played Colombian? What's the actress name that played Colombian? Well, anyway, I follow her on Instagram. She be cooking whole meals.
She's an actress, which means she's rich.
I'm pretty sure she be
So she don't got to put in all the work that I do.
all right.
But if you want a little home cooked meal once a week,
Man,
I'll do it for you. What you want?
sorry, I have to stall the rest of the week.
Red, we don't never be at home.
Your cards for me right here.
It's okay. I don't think I got any more questions for you anyway.
Oh, okay.
But what you want to cook? So you feel like that's a challenge updating a business on and I don't be cooking.
No, that's a big challenge. It's a big challenge.
Be for real, you don't even be eating.
Not now since I've been on these shots, but
We've been on the shots, y'all.
we've been on to Zepatide and
So while I'm finna cook food and my kids don't even eat,
I already eat a small portion.
we go 2-3 days without eating.
I do not go too.
I be hungry.
I be thirsty. Cause we gotta drink. You gotta stay hydrated while we not eating like this. Sorry, a question for you before we end the show.
I didn't know the show was coming to an end. I'll let you ask me some questions.
No, I still got one. How you feel about me being a police officer again? What's your true thoughts?
My true thoughts are, well, for you to be a police officer, we're gonna have to move out of state. And only my mom, my dad, my sister here. Most of my family in Louisiana. That's the only thing I'm nervous about, moving away from the rest of my family. It'll just be like us. And I moved from Louisiana to Texas 8 years ago. And I had to start everything fresh. So
You move with your parents, so if you didn't move without them, that's what you're saying.
yeah, I never moved out my parents, and you have to start a whole new life. You got to get to know new people. You got to get to know the area. Like, got to put your kids in a new school. You up on your kids. So, but I already told you I'm going to do whatever I have to do to support you and what you want. But that's really my only thing. Just moving somewhere, starting fresh. It's exciting, but it's scary. Because where we plan on going. We're not going to say it on here, but it's exciting, but it's scary. So that's the only thing. But
I'm like I said, I'm used to it since you know, being in the military, I was with my family for a long time. And, you know, I was homesick at first. Which is crazy because I wanted to leave, but I wanted to stay. But, you know, and you heard what my daddy said earlier. You heard them? Oh, I was upset about it leaving. You know what I mean? I heard you say shit. But, I think it's gonna be alright because it ain't like we just gonna be calm forever. And, baby, we're gonna fly out, do whatever we have to do. Make sure you be happy with some mood.
As long as I can not work still, I'll be good with it.
Okay, so I think we'll be in a better spot financially anyway.
I think we're in a pretty good spot financially.
I think we'll be in a different spot.
So let me know.
We're gonna continue to elevate.
Oh, all right. As long as you got in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's saying is right. So where we supposed to be going, our lease is almost up at our house. So I said, okay, baby, let's just go ahead and move there. We ain't there yet. We still here. The lease up in June.
Put it on. She said no.
And you supposed to put it in at the beginning of April? Y'all know I was in property management too. I didn't get everything, y'all. I left, but I told him on April 1st, babe, we gonna move and put in a 60-day notice. It still ain't put in. He gonna pay that penalty though. That's who gonna pay it, you.
Okay.
For not putting your 60-day notice in.
We're gonna put it in.
That means we'll have to move way when the lease up. There's one thing a man gonna do is drag his feet.
Well, we'll talk about that another time.
Nah. Yeah. So he wanna move, but he ain't ready to move. I've been ready. Yeah. We'll see by episode 3 if we didn't move. You ain't got no more questions for me? You got some advice for the people? Any advice for business owners?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that all the time because I'm a big guy representative. Keep God first. God has to be at the center or it won't work. And if it do work, it's gonna work for a little while.
Temporarily.
Yeah, it's gonna work for a little while.
He said that earlier too. He said you may be making all the money in the world and might sound good, but everything without God in it.
Yeah, I always think about Robin Williams. I don't know if anybody knows who Robin Williams is.
Yeah, that's a
famous comedian. Yeah, he committed suicide.
And had all the money in the world.
Will Smith even said, he was being interviewed. He said, he's like, after you buy yourself literally everything that you wanted, what else do you do? What do you do?
But I even told you that, like, I've been saying it, like, babe, cool. I asked God to give me money. I've had a successful tax season, but don't make you no happier. Like, it's just money sitting in your bank account for real. We could travel a little more, buy more expensive stuff, but it don't bring you no more happiness.
So, my advice is always, if you're not close to God, make a decision, to get closer. And that's easy to say than done.
Yes.
In the words of HJ. I mean, it ain't even temptation. You just fighting the flesh, And what's so amazing about God is He sent His Son, to come down and live as a man. So He personally knows how it is to fight the butt. He knows what it's like to be tempted. He knows what it's like to have people hate Him. But you have to keep going.
What you said earlier is easier to go the popular route. Easier to follow the world. And then we not gonna sit here and act like we perfect, y'all. We still have our battles with our flesh too. But yeah, we are very faithful. We go to church every Sunday. But some things, it's temptation in a lot of things.
Not every Sunday. We miss some Sundays.
God damn, you know what I was saying.
No, I was just saying. Let's be we just said we got.
If we ain't there, we pay our tithes. We pay our tithes.
We do though, for real. Like if we don't go to church, we will.
And the only time I ain't in church is if I'm on a plane, on a train, or on a boat, or in a car. That's the only time I'm gonna go. If I'm on vacation somewhere.
Well,
other than that,
I'm working.
Or
like that too.
Or if we go to church without each other as well. So I don't feel like you need your significant other to go to church. If he have to work, I'm still at church with kids. But
just keep God first. And if you don't know God, I would encourage you to try to find. I can't give you the right answer to that.
Right.
All I can say is it's find a church, find somebody that know God, and keep moving because the closer you move closer to God, He'll move closer.
All right. You just gotta try.
Yeah, but that's in the Bible too. You draw near to God, He'll draw near to you. And what's so good about God that even if you're pulling away from Him, He'll still be there. But He gonna show you why you need it.
You're right.
So
Everybody gotta learn. All right, see? We need something back on the show.
I'm thirsty.
All right, y'all. So the next episode is gonna be with the lady Brazilianaire. Her name is Heather Dunn. So we'll see you guys in
Brazilian.
She lady Brazilianaire. That's what she do. She do Brazilian waxing. Oh, and if you feel like that you want to come and be a guest on the CEO Network podcast, I'll have our contact details in the caption. That's what we're gonna put them. Yeah, they'll be on there, so you guys can just reach out. Bye. Tell them bye, babe. Bye.